Okay. We should be going live. We should be able to have chat up. I just have to make sure it's on the right thing. No, that's not what I want. This one? Yes, but I need the other window. There we go. Let's do that. Let's move this over. There, that should be good. Let me just message on Discord and everything as well that we're going live, or technically are live already. Okay. There we go. So, let me just, okay. Hold on, let me adjust that a little bit here. Come on. That's like a little too far over there. That should be good. Just scroll that down. There, that should work. Okay. So, for those of joining in, whether watching live or watching on the replay on the channel, yeah, we are doing browser games today. What that simply means is we're doing games that you play on the browser, games that are on various websites and whatnot that you don't need to download or worry about. The reason for that is because I just don't want to do as much today, because next week we are doing an entire week of streams. Monday through Friday we will be streaming every day, and it's going to be something different each day most likely, though we might have 2 Stardew streams next week. But yeah, the idea is we're going to do a bunch of those next week, so I wanted to do something lighter this week to kind of balance that out. So yeah. We have 3 different games we're going to play here. Probably not going to play too long on any of them. We should be all good. So, we are going to get started with this right away, rather than wait. And let's get comfy and start with Will You Press the Button? So, we've played these games before and everything, one of which isn't really a game, but I'll get to that later. So will you press the button? Pretty simple. You're given a positive, basically. In this case, you gain the ability to see hundreds of colors humans can't normally see. But there is always a but. And that's where we scroll down. Everyone else becomes colorblind. So you basically gain the ability to see colors and shades and stuff that humans normally can't. But everyone else becomes colorblind. And there's multiple different forms of colorblind and all. Not everyone is exactly the same. But yeah. So the question is, do you want to gain this positive at the cost of the negative? You either press the button or you click I will not. In this case, I have no real desire for this. Like, it doesn't really appeal to me that much. So I'm going to say I will not. And it tells you the stats there of how many pressed it and how many didn't. So this one was pretty split. Then we go to the next one. It's really that simple. So you can turn invisible anytime you want, but you are invisible for a random amount of time, less RAM a day. What is that supposed to say there? Could be 5 seconds, could be 5 hours. What is that? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. RHAM? Is that like... I don't know what that means. But the point is, you're invisible for a random amount of time. You don't get to choose how long it is. You just... you can activate it whenever you want. I would have no desire to be invisible. I'm not, like, a creep or anything. I don't really have a desire. There's no reason for that. Invisibility is one of those powers that really doesn't have a practical use. Outside of, being a creeper. So, ability to travel to any period of time, but you will not be able to... I hate it when these have poor grammar because I don't know what's trying to be said. You will not be able to a different sense every time, but it comes back... I assume you will not be able to use a different sense every time, but it comes back when you get to the present. So, every time you do this, like let's say you go to the 1400s, you lose a different sense. It can be your sense of smell, your sense of touch, your sense of sight, your sense of hearing. But when you come back to your present time, you gain that sense back. So you could travel to the 1400s, you might lose your sense of smell. You can't smell anything. You travel to the 3600s, maybe you lose your sense of hearing. It's always random. It's different. It's not going to be the same thing twice in a row, and it will come back when you go back to your present. But time travel doesn't appeal to me either, to be fair. So I'm going to say I will not on this one as well. A lot of these have been pretty split so far. So next up, you can fly anytime, anywhere. See, that's a power that's practical. There is so much practical use to being able to fly. But you get diarrhea 3 times a day, once a week. Wait. So once a week, like 1 day a week, I presume. But 3 times on that day, you have diarrhea. Now, this doesn't say that you get to choose or not what day that is. This doesn't say that it's random. It doesn't say you get diarrhea 3 times a day on a random day of a week. So I like to look at these loopholes with these kind of things to try and like make them better or whatnot, or even look at loopholes that could make them worse. So this way you could choose the day and just make sure that's a day you're gonna be in all day. That you don't have to worry about it. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. It's very doable. The only problem is anything can pop up and that something could happen to where you need to do something on that day. And if you're out, even if you can get to a restroom in time, it's like that's not something you really want to do. I'm going to say that you could plan it out well enough to where you would be able to survive that. It doesn't even say how long the diarrhea lasts each day, so you could technically like, oh, I have bad diarrhea, but it's only like, 5 minutes. That's not that bad. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna press that. I think there's enough of a reason, enough of a loophole to make that worth it. Also, I have to remember I have to keep going back to the studio to check the chats and everything, because even though it's up here, even though it's on the OBS and everything, which I can see, at the same time, it's for some reason, if the window isn't highlighted, it doesn't like catch it up completely. So I could have the chat on my phone, but it's like I don't want to set all that up right now. Anyway, you can reincarnate yourself into any universe you imagine, but you lose all memory of your former life. But if you can imagine a universe, like, presuming the multiverse, there's infinite possibilities, then there would, by definition, be a possibility where you do remember, right? So that would kind of cancel that out. It literally says any universe you imagine. And imagination's pretty damn strong. So I'm going to say, I'm going to press it because it's like, you can literally negate the drawback. You can literally negate that drawback. Anyone will have sex with you if you ask. Okay. But you'll Jesus. Also, sudden spike of lag. Sorry about that. Don't know why that's suddenly spiking up out of nowhere. So this basically asks, how horny are you? How much are you obsessed with sex? And for me, it's like I'm a very horny person. I make that clear with my Smash Your Pass videos, even if it's mostly as a joke. It's like I am very horny. It's like I'm not ashamed of that. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you aren't a freak about it. But I'm not really necessarily invested in just having sex with anyone either. Like, the idea of like going up to someone random and asking them to have sex and they consent and everything, it's like, I don't necessarily want that. And going blind, it's like that's not good. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to this one. I clicked it, right? Let me click will not, please. That's weird. It's like it's not clicking it. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. It's like it just wasn't loading up. Okay. That was weird. Okay, so next up, again, what is with this lag all of a sudden? Like, it looks like it's really bad, too. It looks like it's straight up freezing. Like, I know I have a window still going that has a lot on it at the moment. But it's like I'm just doing browser stuff. It shouldn't be, like, lagging like this. It's not like I'm doing, like, a downloaded game or anything. Anyway, you gain the ability to turn an object to another object of your choice 3 times a day. So I basically have Adam Eve powers. So I can turn one object into another object. I can use it 3 times a day. So I could take... Presumably there's no limits. Outside of the drawback, which we'll get to. But presumably, just based off this, before I go check the drawback... That means I could, like, take, I don't know this. this, which is a lens wipe thing, I could presumably take this and turn it into a cheeseburger. Because I'm presuming there's, again, no real limits to that, whatever would constitute an object. Hi, Doug. Welcome, welcome. Whatever would constitute an object. And a hamburger would be an object, so I presume I could do something like that. And again, presumably, I can't speak. It would be a legitimate cheeseburger. It would be completely real, completely like quality, if that is what I choose to turn it into. This could literally solve world hunger, and it's 3 times a day. It's like literally like breakfast, lunch, dinner. This could solve world hunger. You could just take any random object and change it. It could also do a lot of other good, just as far as you can think, really. And the drawback is you have to press the button for the next scenario. I hate stuff like this. It's such a gotcha kind of thing, you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, haha, the next scenario might be really bad, and it's like, but you have to press the button because you said you would. It's like, it's such a stupid idea. It's like, give an actual drawback. Like, say something like you can't turn it into food. That's a great example because this obviously otherwise could be used to solve world hunger, right? Or at least to a small degree. Because it's like, you're one person, you have the ability, and you can only do it 3 times a day. So you get the point, though. You get the idea of it. You give an actual drawback. You don't just give this stupid bullshit that's only related to the game. I hate those kind of things. So I'm ignoring that drawback altogether because it's stupid. It's a ridiculous, stupid concept. I'm pressing the button. There's no drawback to this. It's practically useful. And I'm not saying I have to press the button for the next one, so I'm just saying fuck you to that entire drawback part of the prompt. You can change anyone's mind. I don't want to. I don't want. I don't even care what the bottom thing is. Nope. I don't want to change anyone's mind. I hate the very concept of that. Nope. Just I haven't even looked at what the drawback is, and I don't care. Just nope. See? I didn't have to press that because that entire concept of a drawback was stupid, and I'm not adhering to that shit. I know that's not playing the game as intended, but that's a stupid fucking drawback. That using a drawback like that is not playing the game as intended, so fuck you. You are able to sing and dance perfectly and become famous. I don't really want fame, but okay. What's the drawback? Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. I love junk food. Look at me. Look at this fat. I am fat. I clearly love junk food. I don't actually eat junk food all that much, funny enough. Mostly because junk food's expensive. It's like, when I go to the store, it's like I have to get stuff to actually like feed myself for regular meals, and it's like getting junk food, it's like I can't get that much. But it's like, I don't want to give up junk food to become famous. I don't want to be famous in the first place. Why would I do that? Anyway, relive the best moments of wrong form or your of your life at any time. First kiss, first date, yada yada. but also relive the most embarrassing moment. And everyone who lives in your time span remembers it. Or time span, I guess. Um, okay. I don't need to relive the best moments of my life. Part of the appeal of having those moments is that they're once in a lifetime moments that you can't relive. Reliving them takes away the entire point of it, so no. You can have any female. Oh my god, I hate the wording on that. That is, one, super possessive, which is fucking creepy. Two, any female is so fucking gross sounding. It's like. That is such a gross prompt. I fucking hate it. I'm not playing along with prompts like that. Your body will be in a good shape no matter what. My body is in a good shape. It's a circle. Yes, because that joke's not overdone. Anyway, your voice will be super high pitched. Actually, that would honestly be a positive. I would rather have my voice be higher pitched. Plus, if it's super high pitched, it could be kind of funny. Sure, I'll press the button. Again, a lot of these have been really split, which is kind of what I like to see. So, you have infallible luck. So I'm like Domino from Marvel. Okay. But your family and your friends and family will have horrible luck. But if I have infallible perfect luck, then anyone who's around me at any time would be affected by that luck. And it would be unlucky of me for people I love to have bad luck. Therefore, this cancels itself out. Because people I care about having horrible luck would be unlucky for me, and I can't be unlucky. Therefore, the negative is completely canceled out. There's no negative to this. because my luck would completely cancel that out. I'm pressing the button. I feel like a lot of people didn't think about that there. You have to think about these things. Hey Matthew, welcome. What's my go-to junk food? That's a good one. It depends on what I'm in the mood for, because there's a lot of different kinds of junk food. You have chips, you have cookies. For cookies, it's definitely Oreos. That's like my go-to cookie. My go-to chip is usually just a classic potato chip, but I'll eat most things, I guess you could say. I do like Cheetos. Cheetos are really good. I don't really count those as a chip, though, you know? Obviously, I drink pop plenty, so if you want to count that as a junk food, you can, I guess. But yeah, stuff like that, I guess, would be the best kind of examples. Anyway, so moving on. Everyone becomes straight. Why the fuck would I want that? Like, what? Hold on. What's the negative? You will never be horny again. What? There's no positive here. Everyone becoming straight is not a positive. This was made by some homophobic asshole, clearly. That's not a positive. There's no positive to that. It's all negative. Like, what? You can read minds and teleport up to 100 yards. Okay, this is conflicting because reading minds is terrible. Teleporting is super practical. Even if it's only 100 yards. You become 80% physically weaker than... So I become, oh god, what is his name? Elijah Glass, I think is his name, from the movie Glass, and well, that entire trilogy basically. Invincible. He's not in the second one. He's not in. Oh God, what is the second one called? Split. He's not in Split. Bruce Willis's character is briefly in Split. But yeah, he's in the first one, Unbreakable, and then he's in the last one, which is Glass. But yeah, it's like that. He's exceptionally weaker physically. His bones break like glass. But yeah, he's got the smarts and all of that in kind of exchange for that. Yeah, Oreos are great, Matthew. No, doesn't appeal to me. The teleport thing is probably the best part of that positive, but I don't want to read minds. It's like that's such a terrible power. It's such we should not want even the concept of invading people's privacy like that. That's not okay. Your thoughts immediately no. Listen. I have some thoughts that would be great to come true. But I also have some thoughts that if they came true, it would be a bad thing. It's called intrusive thoughts. It's called thoughts that are built around heavy emotional states that are not like what you actually want, but it's just your mind reacting out of anger and stuff. There no, just no. That's basic. That's already implied. That's already implied. It just says they immediately come true. You think anything and it immediately becomes true. It's already implied whether you want them or not. That's a massive no. How is that Split? Are you people fucking stupid? That would be so terrible. That would be just absolutely fucking terrible. Combos are really good, Matthew. Exactly, like imagine someone be hit by a train. I've thought about, like in anger, in the moment, out of anger, like just with my mind not thinking about it or whatnot, I've thought about wanting people to die. And I think mostly everyone has at some point. And it's just out of anger. It's not like you don't literally want them to die, but you're angry and you're thinking about things that, you know, your intrusive thoughts that you don't actually want, but it's just your emotions speaking for you. If those kind of thoughts were made real, I would be like so fucking depressed. I would probably kill myself. I would probably become extremely suicidal again if those kind of thoughts became true. Because that would be so fucking horrible. Like, why is that Split? You have the power to own and control whole city. Why? Why would I want that? But it's a city. Okay, listen. Fuck you. I feel personally attacked. I'm not even like the biggest like defender of Detroit, but this is just such a common just bullshit thing I constantly see. Everyone always shitting on Detroit. It's like it's really not that bad. Like you have just as much crime and issues elsewhere. It's like it's not Detroit. It's not just like inherently worse than everyone everywhere else. I don't know if Cleveland is specifically worse, Matthew. Anyway, I have no desire to own and control a whole city anyway. You can eat your favorite food forever. I mean, technically, I can already do that. Well, provided I have the money for it. Favorite food is sushi, by the way. But you can never eat anything else. Well, I mean, sushi can be made up in different ways. It's fairly healthy. Um, and on top of that, it's like you can have like basically any and all food groups in it. So technically, you could live off of sushi as long as you diversify it enough. It's possible. You just have to keep diversifying what kind of sushi. Like I've had sushi that's purely vegetable sushi, like no fish in it at all. I've had sushi with beef in it. I've had sushi that has fruit in it. Sushi can have so much. Sushi is super diverse. It's not like as diverse as something like potatoes or whatnot. Maybe not as diverse as even like pizza, which is also one of my favorite foods, but it's still pretty damn diverse. I think I could. I think I can press that button. I think I can lag as well. God damn the lag. God damn the lag. That's part of it though, Matthew. You're asking if I would get sick of it. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. But the thing is, with something that's diverse enough, like sushi or pizza or whatnot, the ability to change it up so much would help with that. Um, it would allow you to keep from getting as sick of it as easily. Now, could you still, because it's still sushi? Yeah. I mean, there's different types of sushi, but yeah, you could still possibly get sick of it. It'd just take longer. But either way, it's like it's something I could be okay with pressing. It would be different if my favorite food were, say, like a T-bone steak. Because then that's like, you can't do much with that. Because then all you'd be eating is steak, you'd probably be dead before you know it. That's not balanced at all. As much as I love steak. But something like sushi, again, you can have almost anything in it. Really, the only constant is rice. That's the only constant. Everything else is exchangeable. And you can do so much with it. And I like pretty much all sushi, too. At least I haven't really found much of any that I dislike, so, hey. I don't really see as big of a downfall with this one. Moving on, though, you can have anything in the world that I want. Presumably not just once, presumably at any given time. But you have to die 20 years younger. This kind of stuff confuses me because it's like, how would I know? Like, let's say I was supposed to die at 100. Instead, I die at 80. How would I know I was supposed to die at 100? There's no way of knowing that. That's the thing. So it's like, I would die 20 years younger than I normally would, but if I were going to live to a really old age, it's like, it's not going to really affect much, honestly. The thing is, the big question is, would I want the ability to just have anything I want? Like, snap of my fingers, and I get, I don't know, a PS5. Snap my fingers again, I have an entire boat of sushi in front of me. Snap my fingers a third time, I have a pet snake. I don't know, just random things that I would like. Just as some examples. But it's like, would I want that easily? And it's like, there's kind of a part of me that's saying no, not out of any like desire to have to earn it, because I think the entire idea that a lot of people tout of, oh, it feels better when you earn something, that's not necessarily true. Um, it's not out of that I feel like I might not want to. It's just that eventually it's like I'd run out of things that I would want. And how am I getting it? Like, does it just materialize out of nothing, or is it like teleported from somewhere else? What if I'm taking it from someone else? What if what if I snap my fingers to get an anime figure, and that anime figure disappeared from someone else's shelf in order for me to get it? I wouldn't want that. It's like I don't think the positive here is positive enough for me to want this one. I'm gonna say no. You could be close to your death after you receive what you want. Yeah, I mean, you definitely could. You definitely could be very close because, I mean, again, you don't know. You have no way of knowing when you would die. I can see why that one would be 50-50, though. It's like, I can see it. Anyway, this will be our last Will You Press the Button, then we'll move to the next game. After you die, you will be reborn into a parallel universe as the person you always wished you could be and have a perfect body. So I would be reborn into a parallel universe as my best self, basically. It wouldn't be too bad of an idea. What's the downside? You can only remember the bad things from this life, and you'll be forced to relive them in your dreams. Okay, so being forced to relive them in my dreams doesn't sound pleasant. But the idea of that being the stuff I remember from this life, while I'm surrounded by the good stuff of my new life, would make me feel good. Because it's like, oh, I got out of that negative and now I'm into this positive. It would make me feel great about where I currently would be. The being haunted in my dreams thing, though, that's more of the downside part of that for me. But I mean, I can deal with just having nightmares. That doesn't bother me too much. Again, I'd be, and it's after I die, so it's like it might not happen right away. It could happen tomorrow. Who knows? Again, you don't know when you're gonna die. And then I'm being reborn as my best self, which, you know, for me being a trans girl, it's like you can imagine the kind of like ways that would go about. Yeah, I think this is like mostly positive. I definitely see more positive in this than negative. I'm pressing. And it was majority green, but it looks like some people were not quite into it. But that will be our last Will You Press the Button. So now we're going to move on to the next one. Ooh, hold on. And this one is a Would You Rather. This is a different site than we've used in the past. In the past, we used the website Either. I think it's either.io. But this is a completely different site. So we're trying out something new here. Just a second. Okay. So it's still just as simple though. Would you rather get 100 million right now or receive 3 wishes from a genie? Now, the problem with the entire genie grant me 3 wishes thing is a lot of times in most of these kinds of scenarios, you have to be very specific or the genie wishes are going to be, you know, not what you want. You're going to have a monkey's paw situation, basically. So the big question is, are you going to want to be that specific, or are you going to remember to be that specific? Now, I've said it before, I'm not like invested in money. I don't have like a huge desire to have money, but with a lot of money, you can do a lot of good. This doesn't say it makes me rich. It says it gives me 100 million right now, which I could use for good purposes, such as donating to charity, helping out friends in need, stuff like that. I think that there's a lot of positives that can be done with that, and the 3 wishes from a genie is too risky. So I'm going to go with that one. Wow, I am in a heavy minority there. Also, hi Venom. Yeah, never trust genie wishes. Hi Watcher, welcome as well. Welcome to both of you. Yeah, I'm kind of the same in that though. Venom, never trust genie wishes. I'm surprised I was in such a heavy minority on that one. Never be able to feel anything emotionally. No. Or never be able to feel anything physically. I don't like either of those. It's like that just sounds terrible. It's like I'm a very emotional person, and I like that I'm a very emotional person. It makes me feel human. But not being able to feel anything physically, I'd basically just be full body paralyzed, and it's like nobody wants that. Like that would be so impractical. It's like it would be hurting my life so drastically. But it would still be better than not feeling anything emotionally. That one was pretty split. What are you saying, Watcher? Physical pain is important. Without it, we die. Yeah, basically, without it, you'd have to have someone take care of you. But it's like, you need to have that emotional state, too. It's like, both are extremely important. And I couldn't get rid of my emotional aspects. It's like, it's too important to me as a person. Anyway, have a spouse but no personal friends, or have no spouse but have friends. I would never get rid of my friends for a spouse. I want a spouse. I want to get married. I want to have kids. But not at the cost of friends. I would rather have friends but no spouse. So that one's an easy one for me. And I am in the majority on it. Have no parents at all, assuming you can still exist. Well, I presume it's more like you don't have parents anymore. Or have unsupportive parents. I already have unsupportive parents. Like, what's the difference there? The top one. I'm actually really surprised I'm in the majority on that one. But it's like, I hate having unsupportive parents, so yeah. Drink water from a flushed public toilet or lick a public bathroom. The toilet. Easily the toilet. It's like both of them are fucking gross, but I am not licking a public bathroom floor. It's at least flushed. And when you flush a toilet, it circulates the water, so the water's going to be fresh at that point. It's still going to be fucking gross, because it's still in what is more than likely a dirty bowl. But it's better. It's definitely the better option. People are dumb. Doesn't matter if it's flush number 2, Venom. It's like, it's still better. It's just the better option. The licking a public bathroom floor is like, it would just be the worst. Have everyone in the world be slightly smarter in terms of IQ means absolutely nothing though. IQ it has been proven to be an absolutely fucking terrible measure of intelligence. Anyway, have everyone in the world be moderately stronger in terms of muscle mass. The first one means nothing because it doesn't mean anything. IQ is pointless, so I guess the second one, just more muscle mommies. I love that is the reason. Anyway, you're accused of being a criminal, but your family loved one is the criminal. Okay. So I basically take the fall for a family member or loved one. Or your family or loved one is accused and takes the fall for you. I'd rather take the fall for them than them take the fall for me. Like, I feel like that's pretty obvious. Like, you could say negative and positive for both of them, but yeah, between the two, even if rape or murder, it's like, again, it's like, it's a very complicated question, Venom, and it's I'm not gonna, because the other option, if I'm taking the fall for them, the other option is they're taking the fall for me, and I don't want someone innocent to be accused and take the fall of rape or murder if I did it. I I fully believe in taking responsibility for my actions. So I don't want someone innocent to take the fall for me. That would be, I feel, a lot worse than me choosing to take the fall for them. It's like, don't get me wrong, I think that they should be punished. Obviously, neither option is good in that kind of regard, but still. Anyway, live in a DC or a Marvel world. I don't know, DC, just because I like it more. There's really no other qualifier for me there. Cure cancer or world hunger? Cancer. It's a lot worse, more of a blight on the world. Obviously, world hunger is a big deal, and like if you could cure both, that would be great. But cancer is just so terrible, and it's like I think it's more of a priority personally. That's not necessarily true, Venom. There's a lot of people who commit horrible crimes and are very much not point are not past the point of caring about others suffering. There have been a lot of people who have been horrific murderers and stuff who still care about other people. And same with rapists. As terrible as they are, and as much as I do believe they deserve to be punished for their actions, it's like that doesn't mean that they don't understand sympathy and empathy. Anyway, have whatever you say become real, or have whatever you think. Didn't we just go through this in the other one? Um, with the first one, it's basically Inamaki from Jujutsu Kaisen. uh, the thing is, this one doesn't, with the wording, it doesn't qualify that you have to do it. It just says that you can't. Well, it does say whatever you say. It doesn't say everything you say, but it says whatever you say. So it still kind of implies, I guess, the same basic thing. So as long as you just shut up and stay quiet, which I'm clearly not doing right now, but you get the point. Um, you only it'll only become real if you choose to speak it out loud. You can easily write things down, learn sign language, a lot of stuff. That I think that's a lot better. You can't really control thinking about stuff as easily. Yeah, but Chemo is also really fucking terrible, Watcher. Like, Chemo fucks people up. It makes people extremely sick. Um, it's basically the best of the worst options, because there's not it's the best option when in a lot of cases of cancer, but at the same time it's not a good option. It's still not that great. Is the world, no one's ready for my thoughts made real. Again, too many intrusive thoughts. Always be too cold or always be too hot? If you're always too cold, does that include when you're bundled up? Or does bundling up still help with that? Like you're just naturally cold. Either way, I think I would always rather be too cold. I assume it's just how you feel, not like physical harm on your body. I would always rather be too cold. Like, I hate being too hot, especially I hate sweating. So, yeah. Um, have a set out path in life or have complete unknowns is basically what I have now. It's basically what everyone has. Even if you plan out a lot of stuff, you don't know what's going to happen. You have no fucking clue how things are going to turn out. And having a path completely set out before me sounds terrible. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Magview. Cold is easier to fix. It's easier to put on more layers than it is to take off more layers. Because after a certain point, you can't take off more layers. I can take off this, but I can't take off my skin. But I can put on more layers. I can always put on more layers. Have the memory of a goldfish, or have the neck of a giraffe. Okay, fun fact for y'all. Goldfish do not have 2-second memories, like a lot of people like to say. That's actually a myth. That is a complete myth. It is not real at all. I don't think their memories are as good as humans or anything like that, but still. Also, having the neck of a giraffe, like, I'm imagining that, and that's just silly. I assume nothing else on my body would be changed, so that would also probably unbalance me and make it very difficult to exist. So I'm going to go with the memory of a goldfish, because it's not as bad as most people seem to mistakenly think. Become a sentient toilet. God, no. Or a sentient punching bag. Rather the punching bag than the toilet. Not even a question. It's like, hit me all you want, just don't shit in my mouth. I am not into that. That is not my kink. Play video games for the rest of your life or watch movies. It doesn't say I can't do anything else. Like, what? It doesn't say that I can't do anything else. So, like, for play video games for the rest of my life, it doesn't say I can't watch movies as well. You really should have worded this better to where it's like, only play video games for the rest of your life. I think that's what whoever put this in there meant. Because otherwise, it's just like, there's no downsides here. I'll just choose video games just for the shits and giggles. 69, nice. Receive 1 million today. We did something like our first one of these was something like that. Or receive 5 million in 10 years, unadjusted for inflation. So in 5 years, you just get 5 million. Period. No inflation, right? Or 10 years. Sorry. I don't know where I'll be in 10 years. I don't know how much I would need it in 10 years. It's like, it's 4 million more. That's a lot more, like, when you really think about it. But I don't know where I'll be at in 10 years to know if I'll need that. I mean, you could say you always need money, yes, but still. I'd rather just receive the 1 million today, use it for practical purposes like charity and whatnot, and a little bit for myself, of course, but most of it would definitely be given away. Some movies get stale after rewatches. Depends on the movie watcher. There are some movies that I've watched insane amounts of times and have never gone stale, like Remember the Titans or 12 Angry Men or Spider-Verse. It's like I've never gotten tired of those. It just depends, and it depends on the game, too. Some games aren't fun to play more than once. Anyway, never be able to go outside, but you have internet, so just me? No, I do go outside, just not a lot. I spend most of the week inside. You're able to go outside, but have no... I mean, I don't want to get rid of internet. The internet is just too practical and too useful. It's just I don't want to get rid of it. Plus, again, it's like what I do for basically a living. Know everything about outer space or Earth's oceans. I'm more interested in the oceans, honestly. I'm not a space person. I'm surprised that I feel like that one would be more split. Get a flat tire or run out of gas. I don't drive. Neither of these apply to me. um, I feel running out of gas would be easier to fix. You just fill your tank back up. Get to a gas station, fill it back up. Getting a flat tire would be a lot harder to get fixed. Be a lot more expensive too. So running out of gas is just the better option there. Only being able to operate during the day or the night. I guess the day. That's just, I guess, normal. Sure. It doesn't really matter that much to me. Be any bird or be any object. I could be a bird. I could be a bird. I don't know what kind of bird offhand, but I could be a bird. No electricity, or, well, if you don't have electricity, you don't have internet. Like, what? What? These both equal out to the same thing. Because if you don't have electricity, you don't have internet. If you don't have internet, like, you have electricity for other stuff, but... And it's like, yeah, it's like some people have, like, 5G and stuff on their phone, but how are you going to charge your phone without electricity? You ever think of that? It's like your phone's not going to last forever. So it basically equals to the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. It genuinely does not matter. Have 10 wishes or be a genie that grants wishes. Can I grant my own wishes? I feel like that's not covered a lot in a lot of genie mythology. It's like, can I grant my own wishes? Probably not, but... Again, I'm not a big wish person because you can't trust a genie with the wishes and all. I don't know. I guess be a genie that grants wishes. I don't trust genie wishes, so... Only salty or sugary food. So basically it's a question of, do you want like sweets and desserts or stuff, or would you rather have savory foods, meats and cheeses and all? Probably the salty stuff, honestly. Depends on the mythology, Matthew. Not all genie are typically enslaved. It depends on the mythology. Anyway, never have homework in school or never have an exam. I think both are kind of stupid concepts. Okay, time for hot takes with Connie. School is fucking stupid, and not as a concept, but as how it's run. Because think about it. The way public schools are run is basically a competition. They make it a competition. You're competing for grades, you're competing for scores and everything. Why? How does that actually help someone learn? Wait, it doesn't. And that's actually been proven. Homework and exams don't actually help kids learn any more than just reading the context. It doesn't help it stick in their heads. I can tell you right now, most of what I learned in school, I don't remember. Because I don't need to remember. It doesn't stick in my head. It doesn't click for me. No matter how much homework or exams I did. Public schooling is stupid because it focuses on that shit. At least here in America. It focuses on shit like homework and exams, even though that's not how you should be focusing on with teaching. You should be, teaching. The entire concept of grades, of exams, of stuff like that is fucking stupid and just hurts the overall learning environment. It just adds anxiousness. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Sorry about that. Some bug buzzed right by my ear and it's like freaked me out. I don't even know what it was. I don't know if it was a fly or if it was something else, but it's just like it was like right there. Ooh. Gave me the willies. Ooh. Ooh. It's just it's like it scared me, but not in like a way of like oh I jumped and freaked out. No, it scared me in a way like ooh, it's like full body shivers. Ooh. Anyway, the point is it's completely stupid because they make it into a competition. The idea of grades, it's like that's not helping anyone. That just makes kids feel inferior. It breeds unhealthy competitive attitudes towards learning that isn't helping anyone. So between these two, I guess it just comes down to which one I think would be worse. I think honestly the exams are worse because there's so much more pressure that's added on. Homework isn't as bad. Exams are much worse. So never have an exam would be a better option here. Never see an animal ever again. Oh, but I see Piper right now. She's sleeping. Or at least trying to. Or have a 70% chance of getting attacked by any animal you see. I mean, you kind of have that chance anyway. Maybe not that high, but any animal you see could attack you at any time. Doesn't say how bad of an attack. Doesn't say it's like a really bad, horrific attack that would leave you horribly maimed. No. So it could be just like a play attack, like playful attack. Like Piper's done that. Sure, we'll go with that. Loopholes, Oh, excuse me, what the hell was that? Make anything appear out of thin air with a 5-hour cooldown or hypnotize. I don't want to hypnotize it. Why are people invested in mind controlling people? How fucked up is humanity? Oh, wait, no. Humanity's very fucked up. I just answered my own question. Making anything appear. This one is kind of similar to something else we got before. And this one actually gives us our explanation. It tells us whatever we're conjuring is coming out of thin air. It's not like being taken from someone or anything. And there's a 5-hour cooldown, so like in terms of like if you wanted to use that for food, you could basically make any kind of food appear out of thin air in front of you. And there's a 5-hour cooldown, so that's completely fine. Yeah, and it can be used for other purposes as well, of course. So it's like that just sounds much more practical. Dog might start barking in a second though, because the mail person is coming. Anyway, be able to walk on water without drowning. I am not Jesus. Touch fire without burning sounds much more practical. That's pretty split though, which I'm not too surprised at. Told ya. Second option would be anti-protagonist, really. Explore the universe or the unknowns of the earth. She'll show up in a second once the mail person passes by completely. Anyway, kind of with what I said before, I'm not really a space person, so unknowns of the earth, I guess. Travel by yourself or with family? That's entirely dependent on where I'm traveling. Because, like, there's a lot of places I would probably prefer to travel alone to. But there's also a lot of places that would be great to have company. I'm going to say by myself. Because it's like pretty split for me, so I don't really, I guess, care which one I choose. Be able to drink anything but have a 50% chance of choking each time. Okay. Or only be able to drink water but only have a 1% chance of choking. What is the normal percent chance of choking? I feel like it probably is, I don't know, like 10-15%. So you have a half and half chance of choking. It doesn't mean you're going to die. It just means you choke a little bit. It's liquid. Well, presuming. It says drink anything. I'm presuming liquid still, okay? Something that is drinkable. It's like if you choke a little bit, you'll get over it pretty quickly. So I'm going to go with that. If it specifically said choking to death, then yeah, I wouldn't choose that at all. Anyway, live a lonely but saintly life, or have lots of friends but be a slightly bad person. I feel if anyone who even tries to claim they're saintly is lying. Slightly bad is just, I feel like everyone, just humanity in general, like everyone does bad things. Everyone has mistakes they make. And I would rather have lots of friends. So, yeah. Oh, I hate this. Have fingers for toes or toes for fingers? Fingers for toes. Let's get those grippers really gripping. I feel like I'd be able to do a lot more with that. Even if the visible concept creeps me out. Become a guy. No. Become satin. Satin. I am beautiful fabric. I know what they meant, okay? But it says satin. It doesn't say Satan, it says satin. I'm sorry, I'm taking this how it's spelled. I'm gonna become fucking fabric. Also, the first thing on that, become a god but with no powers, then you're not a god. Like, what? Anyway, lose your sense of touch or sight. Well, without a sense of touch, it's like, that would impede a lot. But so would sense of sight. They would both impede a lot. I don't know, sense of touch, I guess. I feel like you could work around that a little more. You just have to get used to it. Redo your life from the start with your current memories, or get a completely new life. Actually, yes. I think I've had this kind of question in the past. It's like, this would actually be really preferable for me. Because it's like, that way I could redo my life with all my current memories and thoughts, and I could, like, come out a lot sooner, and there'd be a lot of things I would be leaving behind, but there would be a lot of positives to that. And it says restart your life. So you're presumably not starting a whole new life either. You're restarting your life. So I would restart from where I was born and go through all of that again, except things would be different because I would be changing things based on all of my current memories. Married. I want to be married. That one's an easy one. Always consciously breathe or blink. Okay. I'm sure I've talked about this before, but there are these videos that people put out of like infomercials and stuff, and people talking where it's just the breaths they take. It's literally just the breaths they take in the commercials or the speeches or whatever. It is one of the most anxiety-inducing things I like that you could ever put on in front of me. it seriously sends me into a full-blown panic attack when I see those. I can't watch those videos. It freaks me the fuck out really badly. I can't fully explain why, but even just watching one of those videos for a short time, it's like my body just goes into full panic mode. So being conscious of my breathing would freak me the fuck out. Plus, having to consciously choose to breathe would also be very difficult and dangerous, I feel. So I'm going to go with the blinking thing. I mean, I guess Watcher. Be stuck living forever or only live for 10 more years. I don't want to live forever, but 10 more years is not a lot. Like, in 10 years, I'll only be 41. That's not a lot. I don't want to live forever. Like, that sounds terrible, but 10 more years sounds almost equally as terrible. I don't know. I just clicked the living forever just to choose something. Always be aroused or never feel arousal. Listen, I am always aroused. No, but actually, in all seriousness, I actually get really easily turned on. I'm genuinely not kidding you. And it's not like heavy arousal or anything. It's not like I get like easy. Okay, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this without just being gross. Fuck it, I'll just say it. It's not like everything makes me come or anything. It's not like that, but I get turned on really easy. Not to a major degree or anything. But it's like, I see someone who I find attractive, it's like, oh yeah, I am aroused. It's like, I don't feel like that's too terrible of a thing. Because again, it doesn't say that you're like constantly at full mast or anything. It's, yeah, I don't see enough of a negative about that. It doesn't say full arousal. It just says you're always aroused, and to a degree, I almost kind of always am. Anyway, no fingernails or no eyelashes. Well, eyelashes protect your eyes. That's the point of them. They protect your eyes from outside objects and dust and stuff. Fingernails obviously protect your cuticles, I think they're called, underneath them. But if you just naturally have no fingernails, your fingers, I feel, would adjust to that a lot easier than your eyes could adjust to not having eyelashes. So I'm going to go with that. It doesn't say they have to be like ripped off or anything. Also, it's taking a while to realize I clicked it again. Yeah, it doesn't say like they have to be ripped off, which is horrific and one of those things that just freaks me out. It just says I don't have them anymore. So presumably, snap of the fingers, they're gone. That was pretty split though, which I'm actually not too surprised at. Go without shampoo or without comb or brush. Probably without shampoo. Like, you can still wash your hair without shampoo. But comb or brush, it's like, without using that, it's going to be really hard to control your hair and everything. So I'd rather go without shampoo. You can wash your hair with other things. Become the king or queen of the Why? Why the fuck would I ever want that? Why the fuck would I ever want to be president? I wouldn't want either of these. I guess being king or queen of the UK at least is like just a, like, it's not even really anything. You don't have any actual power. You're a figurehead at that point. You get to basically have all the benefits of being rich without doing anything, which, you know, rich people. Um, but president, you have to do a lot more work, and you have to keep the country safe and everything, and protected and all. And it's just like there's a lot of issues that would come with that. I don't know. I'm not really like fully on board with either side of that, but yeah. Be the smartest, but everyone hates you, or the stupidest, but everyone loves you. Smartest. It's like it's much more practical. Even if everyone hates me, the amount of good I could do with that. Okay, we're going to finish on this one. Then we're going to go to the last thing we have here. Become a character from any game or any anime. I mean, there's plenty of great looking and personality based characters in both. I guess anime. Not really a strong opinion on that. Let me check something real quick before we continue into the final game we're going to do today. And like I said before, game is in quotes here because it's not really a game per se. But yeah, give me a second here. I think they're pulling two trees across the street from each other at the same time. I just want to see like who pulled up and what's going on. I'm being nosy, so give me just a second. Oh my goodness! Hey! That is a cement truck. Okay, so they're not actually pulling out. I guess they were just like messing with some roots. They're not actually pulling the trees out. They're just, I guess, refilling that now. Okay. And that is a full-ass pink cement truck. I don't know why it's pink, but it is. Oh, there's the breast cancer ribbon on it. Okay, that explains it. Anyway, let me just scoot back in here. Sorry about that. Like I said, just being nosy. Yeah, so apparently they weren't like pulling out any the trees. They had pulled up parts of the sidewalk and were, I guess, taking out some roots or something. I don't know. Taking out some like intrusive roots or something. Oh God, no. Hold on. I have returned. There we go. But yeah, so we should be good, but I mean, president doesn't actually have that much power to just at the snap of their fingers reverse all bigoted laws. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Anyway, now we're going on to our last, again, game, in quotes. And this one is just, we're doing a smash or pass. So, let's bring this up. Yeah, tab was snoozed, I know. So, this one is for League of Legends. And whoever made this just forgot to take off those other tiers here. Again, sorry for the lag. I don't know why there's so much lag. There's going to be lag for a moment while I adjust this, so just bear with it. Sorry. So, we're going to have... We're going to update this with our normal tiers, so we're going to have Super Smash. I'm not worrying about the colors right now, though. We have Super Smash, Smash, Pass, Super Pass, and Actual Child. And I'm just saying child for this one because there's not really any full-blown actual just animal characters here. Because even like the Minotaur guy here, it's like he's a fully sentient conscious being. Also, I'm just going to say right off the bat, I do not remember all of their names. It's been a long time since I've played League of Legends. But yeah, we're going to just go based on mostly just based on their designs here. For characters that I do know a little more about, we can go into more. Um, but so we start with this first one, who I actually don't know if I recognize. But I'm going to say pass. Next, we have a couple that I do recognize, Ari and Akali, and both of those are Smash for sure. Akali, I'll even put in Super Smash. Amumu, I guess you would count Amumu as an actual child, even though he's a mummy. What is your name? This little girl here. I know she has a teddy bear named Tibbers. I just can't think of her name right now. But yeah, she goes into actual child as well. We'll put you in Smash. Pass. Icebird is a super pass for a number of reasons. I'm gonna try to sort these out as well to keep them sorted to the best of my ability. So pass on you. Ash is a smash. I'll put right under Ari. Super pass on you. Regular pass on Golden Eagle, dude. Pass. Super pass on Blitzcrank. Super pass on the Fire Dude. I don't remember your name. It's like Braum or something like that. Pass, though. Hold on. Stop that. I'm not scrolling down. I'm trying to grab. Caitlyn. Yeah, she's a pass. I can't get over the entire her basically being a cop thing. Pass on you. I don't know who you are, but you have like a snake vibe going on. That's appealing to me. Smash. Cho'Gath is a super pass. Corky, I think his name is. Pass. Probably put you there. Darius is a pass. I don't know your name, but you're a pass. Dr. Mundo is a pass. Draven is a pass. Did they change Dr. Mundo's icon design? That looks different from what I remember. Echo? Something like that? I don't know. Pass. Some more passes here. What is your name? It's like Enzo or something? Elio? It might be Elio. I'm trying to remember names here. I'm not doing good at it. But Smash Weird Monster thing is a super pass. I've always kind of considered, I think his name is Finn. I've always kind of considered him like a kid. And you're definitely childlike. So next we have a Smash here. I'm going to actually bump Ari up to Super Smash, by the way. Thinking about it, yeah, she would be in Super Smash for me. Next we have some like robot Titan looking dude. Do dragons count as animals? I mean, typically, yeah. They are a type of animal. And again, pretty much all of the champions here have at least close to human level intelligence. Like, they can form, like, complex thoughts and all of that. Pass on you. I don't even know who you are. I can't think of your name right now, but pass. Pass. I'm going to put that guy actually lower. Right there. Pass on you. Okay, I don't remember your name, but Smash. We should be in H's, right? Maybe G's still? Well, Heimerdinger is an H for sure. Super Pass. Heimerdinger. You know, Heimerdinger can get it. Heimerdinger's a smash. He'll be bottom of the smash pool right now, but he's still there. You look really pretty, so smash. Right there. Smash. Smash. I think everyone else here is going to go into passes, but I don't think any of them are super pass right now. So I'll say pass, 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 pass. Okay, Jinx is a smash. I will put her probably right above Elio. Again, I think that's his name at least. Pass. Pass. Smash. I'll just say smash for her right off the bat because that's obvious. I think everyone else here is either pass or super pass. Definitely super pass on you. Super pass on... Wait, whoa, what happened? I hate it when that fucking shit happens. I'm trying to drag this. Stop doing weird shit. You as well. Put you down here. Come on. We have a bunch more passes here to get through. Yep, come on. There we go. Probably right down here. Smash. I think that's a fair smash. In fact, I think there's a number of smashes here right in a row. So you're going to be a smash right about there. Right here. Right here. Probably right there. Down here. Now keep in mind, this character here is not a kid. She's a Yordle. That's just how they look. Keep that in mind. Either way, you're a pass because I'm trying to remember names, and you're not. There's a different Yordle that I'm thinking more of. Let's just put it that way. Probably right there. Go down to super pass and get rid of you and you. I'll put you down here. Same with you. Okay. So looks is definitely upper pass here. Again, don't remember most of their names. So you're a smash, but you're a lower smash. You can go up here. Right there. I think this next one's name is Nami. She's like the mermaid girl, and I've always liked her. She's probably right here. Next we have the Anubis dude, who, you know, he can get it. I'll go right there. Okay, let's get rid of you real quick. You'll go right under Blitzcrank. You're Nautilus, I believe. Okay, so next, get rid of you while we're down here too. Oh, there's Nunu. Nunu has a new game coming out. The actual child category isn't ranked, by the way. But yeah, there's a new like League of Legends Tales game coming out. It was on the Nintendo Direct today. There were two of them. There was a Yordle game as well. Anyway, next we have the lesbian lizard girl. And she is, like, canonically a lesbian, by the way. She's actually really fucking cute. Super Smash. Nidalee. I remember Nidalee's name. You'll go right about here. Viking dude is a pass for me. Yeah, probably right about here. No, here. Yeah. Big fluffy dude. Let's get rid of you right away. Hold on. Checking something. I'm trying to remember who this Yordle is. Anyway, but we'll get back to that. Because that wasn't Tristana. We will put you down here. You'll go pretty much right around the same. You get to go a little further up. Pass on the turtle. Pass on you. Super pass, I should say. Regular pass on you. You can go here. Actually, yeah. Okay, let's go back up here now. Oriana is this like robot girl. She's also really fucking like pretty, and it's like, hey, robot sex can't rule that out, so I'm gonna put you right there. This Yordle girl I'm gonna put right above Jinx. I don't know who this character is. This might be someone who came after I stopped playing. I'll put you there. You're pretty though. Probably at the bottom. I'd say right about here. Yeah, I'm gonna put you above him. Jesus. Stop doing that, please. Why is it doing that? Sorry, I'm just... Rengar, I believe is your name. We'll put you right about here. I'll say obviously Smash. Pass on this Mortal Kombat looking fucker. I don't know, like right here for another pass. Pass on you. Pass on you. Pass. Pass. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, it's not letting me go up high enough to put some of these up there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything to really change that either. Unless, hold on, let me try something. Real quick. Hold on. Okay, that's too far down. Let me go to 175. Let's see if that changes anything. No, it's like it's after a certain point on the page. So if anything goes above that, I'll just have to move them up. Anyway, I will put you there. You can go down here. Right here. Up above Elio, please. There we go. It's like it's this point here. Like once I reveal the Snake Lady and Nidalee and everything, and Caitlyn, it's like that's the point. Pass on you. I'll say smash for Shaco. Why not? Smash the Mad Jester. We'll put you there. Okay, so next we got a bunch of passes for me. I would say Singed is the only super pass, though. Actually, we'll put you down there, too. And you. Okay, we found some more. You're going to be lower on the regular pass. You're going to probably be right about here. Then you can go up here. Right there. Okay. You're also a pass. You are a pass. Come on. I'm trying to drag these, for Christ's sake. Super pass on this dude. Pass. Pass on you. Pass. You are a super pass. Okay, the rest of these right now should be all smashes for the moment. Hello, Dusty Dongo. I don't know what you're saying there, but welcome. Sorry if I forgot to say welcome before. Again, I'm focusing and my OBS won't tell me when the chat is updated unless I have it actually, you know, up. Like, the window is highlighted and everything. Anyway, I'll put you right about here. Sonya will go just above you. Soraka goes higher, though, for sure. Which means I gotta adjust here. Soraka... You know what? Fuck it. Soraka's a super smash. She is just really fucking pretty to me. I'll even put her... Yeah, right there. That seems good. I'll put you right above Shaco. Teemo... I would say smash Teemo. Probably right there. Tristana. Now here's the Yordle I was looking for. Tristana gets a place of honor up here at the top of the Smash tier, but not the very top. I'll put her probably right about here. All for the Pocket Rockets. Okay, next we have this Troll dude. You're a Super Smash, or Super Pass, rather. Definitely not a Super Smash. Rat dude is definitely a Super Pass. You are a Super Pass. And I think a lot of these others are just passes right now. They're higher passes for sure. Like you can go really high up. You'll go up here. You're above Caitlin. You get to go up here. Next, some of them are a little lower. You get to go right there. For you, right about here. And right there. Okay. I wish it let me drag these properly without giving me all this trouble. So you're a regular pass. Regular pass. A lot of these are going to be regular passes. Vi is a regular pass. I'll put her above Caitlin, though. Yeah, probably right about... No, I'll put her under him. Okay, so... You are a pass. This is like just a stone. What is this? I'll put this at the bottom of pass because I don't know what the hell's going on there. Anyway, Vampire Daddy is definitely a smash. I'll put him right under Anubis. Polar Bear Dude can go right about. Right about here. No, that's War. God damn it. Click the one I'm trying to click, god damn it. Warwick. We'll go a little bit above that. Not taking questions. Monkey King Dude. You can go right up here. Probably down here. God damn it. I wasn't even scrolling. Why did it scroll? So I definitely want to put this guy higher. It's just, I have to get there. I'm going to put you above Snake Waifu. Okay, the rest of these are definitely all at least passes for me, for the moment. Well, except maybe the green-haired chick at the end. I'm going to put you up here. You down here. The cat thing... probably right about here. No, under Jace. Flubber. Maybe right down here. Big armor dude. You go down here too. I think this one is a child. Uh, Again, I'm not great with names, so. But the rest of these, like green haired girl, is definitely Smash. Yeah, I think that's a good placement. Ziggs. Let's put you at the bottom of Smash. Ziggs would go just above Heimerdinger, I think. And so there you have it. Smash or pass for League of Legends and Arcane characters. Because some Arcane exclusive characters are featured in here too. But yeah, Kali is my number one. Super Smash. We have all these smashes here. We have these passes. And they're in pretty much as good of an order as I could get them in. Super passes and the actual child category. So yeah, that is today's stream. That's really all we're doing today. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a good time with the different games and whatnot that we did. Whether you're watching once again on live on stream as it airs, or if you're watching on the playback and all. Either way, I'm happy to have done this. And yeah, it was shorter than we've usually been going lately, but that's fine. It was still a good amount of time. It was still almost 2 hours. But yeah, for now, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.